Today on the show I review AntMan Annual Issue 1, Captain Britain and the Mighty Defenders Issue 1, and Siege Issue 1. Hello and welcome to the show with reviews. I'm Auram, and today is another one of those days where I review comics. So, let's get started. First up is AntMan Annual Issue 1, written by Nick Spencer with art by Brent Shinover and Ramon Rosanes. This book was surprisingly pretty awesome. I say surprising, but I don't think I actually expected this to be bad. It is written by Nick Spencer after all. Anyway, this story actually takes place in two different time periods. It starts off shortly after the events of Rage of Ultron, and then continues with a story that teams up Hank Pym and Scott Lang that seems like it's set before Battleworld. What's really interesting to me here is that this book technically takes place before and after Battleworld. Supposedly Rage of Ultron takes place in the new MU, so seeing as this book deals with the fallouts of that book, then it would take place in the new continuity. I'm still fuzzy about Rage of Ultron's place in, like, the overall grand scheme of things, and if it's canon at all. Some people choose to believe that Rage of Ultron isn't canon, but that would make this story not canon, which I don't want, and it would also make the reveal at the end of this issue pretty pointless. I should also mention that I didn't really like the art here. It was good in most spots, but some of the panels just seem kind of off-putting and rushed. Anyway, the point is, this book is very fun, regardless of its confusing continuity. Next up is Captain Britain and the Mighty Defenders Issue 1, written by Al Ewing with art by Alan Davis. This is, this is my new favorite Secret Wars tie-in. I am absolutely in love with everything that's going on in this book. It starts off with what seems to be Iron Man's origin, but there's a twist. Ho Yinsen is in the Mark I suit instead of Tony Stark. Right off the bat, this is an extremely cool concept, and I'm pretty blown away by the repercussions it had on Battleworld. I don't want to give everything away just because the book is so good, but what I will say is that Yinsen ends up becoming Rescue instead of Iron Man, and you all know how much I love that character. And to think I almost didn't pick this one up. I saw this penciled in on my calendar as Captain Britain #1, and I thought to myself, why would I be buying a Captain Britain book? Then I looked at the issues solicit online and saw Rescue on the cover, and that it was being written by Al Ewing, who I love from his work on Loki Agent of Asgard. I am just all about these book throw-ins today. Super professional, guys. Needless to say, I am extremely glad that I spent the extra $4 to pick this underdog of a title up. And finally is Siege #1, written by Kieran Gillen with art by Philippe Andrade. This is everything I expected it to be honest. What I expected going in was pretty much just an average title. I really didn't know what I was gonna get, but I didn't think it was gonna be anything amazing, and I wasn't wrong. I did like the book, and the art was absolutely gorgeous, but it just kind of fell flat for me. Abigail Brand is an extremely fun character, and she's really the only good part about this book, which is weird to me because there are so many good characters in here. We have cameos from Leah, Kate Bishop of 1602, Ben Grimm, and just the list goes on. The problem is, they're all just cameos. The only character that sticks around to the end is Brand. Another thing that kind of annoyed me here is the lack of exposition. Now, I know exposition is a very tricky thing in storytelling, but when you get it right, your audience is never confused and has a fun ride. But if you get it wrong, it's just awful. Siege #1 kind of falls in the middle of that spectrum. Things are explained, but not the right things. And when they are talked about, it just feels clunky and unnecessary. Whether or not I buy the next issue is really just gonna rely on how much cash I have on me and how I feel the day it comes out. But that's it for this week. Siege aside, we got some really awesome titles this week. I was actually really impressed with the quality of the writing this time around. Anyway, thanks for watching. Next time I get so self-referential on my own show that I just blip out of existence. Putting that back. That was a stupid gag. Not really a gag. I just wanted to show that I own the book because it's a good book. You should all read Rage of Ultron.